technology is not a thing which is replicating, or you are saying is a competition to humans. It is something which is complementing us, which is making us more efficient, which is making us more cost effective.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today it is an honor and a pleasure for me to introduce you all to this very particular session where we are going to know more about the role of technology in sales process. My name is Harsh and I'm going to moderate this session for all of you, wherein I'm going to introduce you all about the event and perhaps the person who is going to interact and address all of us. First of all, I request you to kindly acknowledge and welcome the presence of our esteemed guest, Mr. Peeyush Mangal sir, who is here with us. I would like to request all the person, those who are watching this session on YouTube, to kindly upload in the comment section and welcome the presence of our guest. Mr. Peeyush Mangal sir currently holds the position of B2B sales strategy at OYO. He is a strategist and executioner with 10 plus years of experience in the sales operation, business planning, P&L management, retail enterprise, and inside sales in hospitality. He is an alumnus of IIM Indore and NIT Allahabad. His strength lies in implementing go-to-market, analytical-driven business planning, utilizing technologies in sales enablement governance. And I believe his profile has so many things, so many glories, which I won't be able to explain in the next few minutes. But I'm pretty sure during this conversation, we are going to learn a lot from him. So first of all, sir, I welcome you to in this session. Thank you so much for joining and agreeing to share your thoughts with us.
Thanks, Harsh, for such a wonderful introduction. And I've never heard such a good words for me for so long. And that's all. Let's start the session. And over to you, Harsh.
Thank you so much, sir. It's our pleasure too. So, sir, moving to the topic of today's session, which we have chosen is technology has streamlined the sales process. Sir, my first question to you is technology is constantly evolving and businesses are becoming more and more dependent on technology to run their businesses efficiently. How actually the technology has transformed the sales process?
Yes. So, what that from the sale, when we say about the sales processes, so let me say you what runs behind the sales, and this is what we call as sales operations, or we can say sales strategy. So we every year we start with the business planning, where we decide what we are going to do next year, what would be our targets, what we did last year, how our coming year be looking like. Now, from there onwards, once we have decided with our targets, we move towards a go-to-market strategy. That this is how we will approach our market. And then post that, once we are done with this, we decide our structure, we decide our governance mechanism, we decide our incentive mechanism, we decide our you can say a training mechanism. So we have to put a lot of things. Now, how technology is helping us, especially in offline sales, is not only we can use technology. So anything. So first of all, I would like to say here that technology is not a thing which is replicating, or you are saying is a competition to humans. It is something which is complementing us, which is making us more efficient, which is making us more cost effective, which is making us more you can say enabling us. We should take it as an enabler. So let me give you an example of my last company, Philips, where I used to work, and I used to handle the secondary sales. So as a secondary sales, it's very you can say, important to us how our product is positioned on a shelf space at a retail store and how easily it is moving out. These two things are very, very critical, and more we get it live, more it is better for us. So when we have our in-shop representatives, which used to sell our product, our TV at shop floor, we used to get this information at the end of the month when we used to fill the manual form. So we rolled out an app, which became a number two app in consumer durable industry with the help of one of our good vendors. And in that app, he used to daily punch in the data. Daily, he used to send these photographs. Daily, he used to upload the uh, our in-shop display over the counter. So with this, not only we used to real-time monitor that which product is selling more, which product is selling less, what interventions are required, what pricing corrections are required. So it basically reduces our time and you can say effort required to reciprocate the market environmental conditions. And when we reciprocate better as a central strategy team, basis on the input given by our offline sales team, the life of an salesperson becomes much more easier, much more better, and he becomes a more effective person rather than a person who is giving us a less business. And similarly, technology can play an important role in incentive, learning management system, and apart from that, we can use technology to bridge the communication gap, which is most you can say important thing in offline sales.
Indeed, sir. I think you have given a very detailed overview, and I think the viewers, those who are watching this session, they are surely going to find it fruitful. And not only I think, but I do strongly believe this. Sir, as you have told, technology is making us more powerful, and we need to understand is that the World Wide Web is not the future anymore; it's present. Sir, my next question to you is: how much do you think the industry has changed since you joined?
Okay, so industry has definitely changed. So it's my, you can say, 10th year into this industry, offline sales, especially in sales operations. And what I'm seeing is you have to be very, very updated about using the things, using the technology to make you efficient. So this take me back to my career in BPCL or in Abbott, where I did a small stint. So our representative, medical representative, so we used to say DVL, doctor visit list. So he has to every day visit an internet or cyber cafe to punch in his daily secondary sales input. That was a part of it. So every day, 1 hour of a person was getting wasted in traveling to a cyber cafe, waiting over there, punching, starting, and then coming out. Now, within a 3 years, there came smartphones and there came mobile app. So all things which were earlier being used by a desktop now are being used at a mobile app. So this is how a technology change brought, and it completely saved our time. Everything became accessible on a mobile app. Then came a push notifications. Then came a very, very, very good communication app called WhatsApp, which definitely, you can say, by making groups, we were very, very efficient in communicating. So earlier we were struggling with push notifications. Our offline people were not able to read what we want to say. So with technology like a WhatsApp, a chat messenger app, which made it very, very easy and very, very efficient ways of communication. So we have to think it of what are the latest technologies, what are the latest things, how we can use social media, how we can use anything which is coming, how we can use machine learning, how we can use AI analytics for our betterment, which can make us more efficient, which can help us grow, which can improve our bottom line. So this is my thing. If I summarize, so from desktop to app, from app to, we can say, instant chat messengers, then to analytics, machine learning, chatbot. Now it's totally about chatbots. So instead of human replying, you are being, maximum time you are being interacting to a chatbots. So definitely we should keep an eye on the futuristic technology and we should adopt it to make us efficient.
All right, sir. I think again you have given a very detailed answer and very detailed overview and insightful answer from your side. Sir, my next question to you is when we talk about brand architecture, there are two very distinct views: branding in front of and branding behind the curtain. Sir, could you please, it's a kind of request, you could you please tell our viewers what actually the difference lie?
So see, rather than so what how I would like to answer this question is how what is a brand? So brand is a trust. So when we believe in a brand, we are ready. So it increases the customer perceived value. So the word which is important here is perceived, not the value. So a customer which is buying a same atta from a local shop might be ready to pay a 50 or a 45 rupees bucks per kg. But when he is buying that same product from a packet which is coming out of Ashirwad or water is free everywhere across country. We do not have to pay, especially when we are transiting, when we are at airports, when we are at railway station. But the same water when it comes out of a bottle, so it costs her 20 times. Even there is no comparison. There is a water bottle available from 100 bucks, 1,000 bucks, spring water, different kind of varieties. But if you go in a market, minimum you have to pay 20 rupees. So for what you are paying? You are paying for a trust. You trust that the water coming out of it will not make me ill. Apart from that, so first of all, it adds to your trust. And apart, so this is all notional things. So what is trust? Trust is cannot be measured. It's a notional thing. You believe that that water will not make you ill. You believe that the water which is you're buying or you are drinking at free of cost, which will make you ill. So this is all about a brand is at every touch point where customer interacts with your product. You have to make it smoothless. You have to make it better. And if customer touch points are better, then definitely they will start trusting you, and then you became a brand. So both things, when you say a front and a behind, sometimes you see it, you absorb it, and you believe in it. So if I am endorsing for my product Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. So whatever values Mr. Amitabh Bachchan stand for will be coming to my brand. And whenever I am using uh, a better service, I am using better touch points, then my brand is working behind the screen and helping me out. So this is from my side, Harsh. Over to you.
All right, sir. Again, it was a quite insightful answer from your side. Sir, as we have seen nowadays, our life is so much influenced by the social media platforms, and brands are also using these social media platforms to reach peoples. Sir, my question to you is how to handle negative comments and social media trolling about your brand?
Yeah. So before I start, what I would like to say is that there are people who believe in social media, people who do not believe in concept of social media, people who find it useful, people who do not find say it's a wastage of time. So as per me, it's something you cannot avoid of. Now it's part of your life. If you say that I do not want to have an app like Facebook, I do not want to be on Twitter, I'm not on Telegram, I am not on WhatsApp, I am not on LinkedIn, then definitely you are losing out something, and you are missing out something. And you should come to it, but you should use it uh, in a much controlled way, rather than every time you're on their social media handles or platform. Apart from that, one more advice I would like to say is that you should keep a time tab that I will spend 15 to 20 minutes in a day, or a maximum 30 minutes to 45 minutes to to your social media platforms. Now, coming to brand, with so much people and their choices are being at a platter to them, and when it becomes a big data, and when they take out the data, and then they give you a targeted marketing that makes a marketing much better, much targeted and much efficient. So let me give you an example. If there is a billboard on an airport and it is selling a house, everybody is seeing it, and everybody, for that every viewership you are being paid, that makes the cost of a billboard. But when it comes to Facebook reads people who are searching out for a house, or are doing something trending, or Google reads it out that you're searching for a house, and then he targets your ad. Then that your marketing becomes much more targeted and responsible. Now there comes a you can say added responsibility. I do not say it in a negative term. I say it's an added responsibility. So when you are benefiting with market target marketing, now those people who are active on social media now want you to be more responsible and reciprocative, and they also use that channel when your brand or your company are not able to provide them a service which you promise and you're not able to deliver. So the same way you do a mass marketing, then it becomes a way out for people to vent out their frustration. And till now, though people say people troll, people use social media on their page, but maximum times we when we see from a company type, from a company side, a person has already tried 4 to 5 times. He was not able to reach the right spot. Then only he takes the social media page because it's also visible to his base, his user base. So we found it quite a genuine way. And if you are able to reciprocate well in time, you're able to make him happy. Definitely, there is a chance that that customer in future becomes your advocate, and he suggests your product to others. So you take it in a positive way that you have to be when you are using as a social media platform to sell your product. You have to be responsible. You have to be reciprocative, and try it and have a separate team which can handle. And but customers who are raising the voice are genuine, especially when they are complaining about a product.
Indeed, sir.
Thanks.
Again, indeed, sir. Again, it was a quite insightful answer from your side, and I think it's a kind of privilege today we got to hear all those things from you. And I'm pretty sure this conversation will be going to be meaningful for many of the viewers, those who are watching this session. Sir, my next question to you is: how do you see a shift in your profile with the advent of technology in the next 10 years?
So so let me take you in another way. So there are two kind of sales right now. So one is when you are reaching to big accounts, which we say that are offline people go ask for an appointment, go and a meet. And there is another kind of sales which is more right now part of Western culture is inside sales, where you do all the steps, but those are being facilitated by the technology. Now, let me ask you a question. Suppose I ask you in NCR, I give you 3 meetings to do, one in Noida, one in Gurgaon, and one in Delhi. How many meetings, which each 30 minutes or 40 minutes, will how many meetings you can do in a day? So over to you, Harsh. How many meetings?
Sir, if I do means the physical meetings, then I think at most three. At most three, I can miss.
At Yes, at most three, and you will start your day from 8 a.m. in the morning, and you will be ending or coming back to your home around 10. So let
Correct.
me tell you a beat plan. You starts with your first meeting in Noida, say at 10, and you're stuck in traffic to travel to Delhi. You reach Delhi by 12. You do another meeting, then do a lunch break. By end evening, by 5 or 6 you are at Gurgaon. And when you are going back from Gurgaon to Noida, it's 8 or 9 in the evening. Now let me tell you, give you another scenario. You go to your office, you open your laptop, you have a Zoom links, and the same person is sitting across, or it's a board meeting room. Your team is sitting, their team is sitting, and you can complete those meetings in maximum 4 hours. You're not tired, you are fresh. You can do 8 to 9 or 10 meetings in a day if you're using a simple technology which is free of use. And and how productive you are, 3 to 4 times more productive. You have not incurred a traveling cost, you have not added carbon into the environment. It's a complete new way to adopt. Now let me tell you another thing. So there is a thing called when you start with an account, you have to give them credit. You do a BTC agreement, bill to credit agreement with the accounts, which require at least 5 to 10 meetings, to and fro, signing and all that. So there is a simple app called DocuSign. So what I am saying is, so like I said, how we can use a free tool like Zoom and DocuSign to expedite our process of onboarding. So for every step, what we do right now in offline sales, starting from getting the leads, using the auto dialers to be more efficient, using the CRM, using the telecalling apps, using the tools, BTC agreement, we can make us more than, I think so, 5 to 6 times more efficient what we are doing right now. And down 2 to 3 years down the line, I would be seeing offline sales will be completely transformed and would be more a technology based inside sales concept which will be coming, and it which will be more beneficial for both sides, both the companies where they are paying huge cost to people, and to other side of the company where the process becomes more streamlined and much better. So technology will change the way we operate the offline sales in 3 to 4 years, which is already being expedited by this COVID.
Very meaningful, sir. And I think the example you have taken, it made us to understand the things. And I'm pretty sure the viewers, those who are watching this session, they are surely going to find it beneficial. Sir, my next question to you is that previously, as far as I know, previously storytelling was considered as one of the most important element for the sales process. Sir, may I ask you, in this technology-driven world, storytelling, is it still useful?
Yes, definitely storytelling and experiential based learning are much better way than any simple lecture being driven. So what I uh, should say to you that storytelling is now being transformed by technology and making it a more experiential based learning, experiential based training, then it much better. So let me give you which I used in my previous example. So I was taking care of LMS. LMS is learning management system. So let me give you an example that there are 50 people sitting in I'm just reading my catalog and saying to them, just by hard learn. See, there are 5 features in our TV which are better than my TV has better sound, my TV has better viewing, my TV has better picture quality, and all those things. And hardly anyone is interested in listening to it. Now I tell you another way that I have built a story where customer walks in and a person who is selling a TV in a well dressed and informal way and answers all the query, and I will put a little bit of story into it. So that's a storytelling. Now I put a third scenario in front of you. I put 5 TVs in front of them, where one is mine and 4 are competition's TV, and I ask each one of you and them to experience the picture quality of our product when vis-a-vis compared with other brands and with the same content playing. So I put the same content pen drive and I ask them, now you experience my sound quality vis-a-vis the competition. Now you experience my picture quality. Now you experience my look and feel of the product, which will make most of impact to them, what they will take. So apart from the learning that my product is better, which will go subtly into their mind, they will have a lot of confidence while uh, speaking to the customer. So communication should be in a storytelling way, but it should also be experiential in nature rather than a theoretical. Experience make much better recall and make them more confident while going into the field.
Indeed, sir. Again, it was a quite insightful answer from your side, and I can say there is a lot to learn from you. But today, I don't want to take you much time. So, moving to my last question of this session, sir. Actually, the question is, or rather say, it's as I am seeking advice from you, sir. What will be one piece of advice from your side to all those students, those who are still in their colleges and want to join the means sales, want to pursue their career in the sales department? What are the skills they must learn in their college days to make themselves more corporate ready?
So to answer this question, what I would say is, what are the 3 basic KPIs, or what are the 3 basic things you should have if you want to become a salesperson? So first and foremost thing is attitude. Attitude to never give up, attitude to keep hammering other side, attitude that everything or anything is possible and we can do our targets. This is an attitude. I can sell. First of all. Second thing is communication. Communication is very, very good. Your communication should be super fine. It should not be dependent on language, but the way you speak, your body language, the way you communicate, the way you tell, the way you listen, all things are very, very important. And deep listening, or you can say listening to the customer without interrupting them, understanding their problem. So you should be a good listener and you should be a good orator, or you can say you should have good communication skills and presentable. Third thing is your product knowledge, which I say that you should not be an expert, but you should at least have your product knowledge and what are the competition features across it. If you have these three attitudes and if you go with an approach of a problem solving and that with the approach that you are solving a problem for a customer, definitely sales is a field which is yours. And another thing advice I would like to say to people is don't be afraid of going into the field. Don't be afraid of working in a sun or in winters or in air or in a dusty environment. If you start and give 3 to 5 years of your career in a sale, when you start rising in the corporate ladder, nobody can challenge your experience, nobody can challenge your wisdom. It's because your wisdom you have earned it through your experience. It is nothing you have read in a books in your MBA or in engineering college. It is something which you have experienced, and that is how the market works. So this is all from my side. Thank you, Harsh, for giving such a good opportunity. It was great talking to you.
Indeed, sir, it was really a very wonderful advice from your side, and I can say the kind of energy you brought was very inspiring for all of us. Thank you so much, sir, for joining and giving your important time. It was a healthy discussion with you on the topic. We look forward to conduct more such session with you in future. Thank you so much, sir, for joining.
Thanks.
On the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so cold outside, I'm alone